think they were like hunter-gatherers.
Yeah.
And then a little bit before that, they were like, what do you call them? They're cavemen, basically.
Oh, it's not primal, but
So there was like the two branches of humans. There's like Homo sapien, which we are, and then there was like Homo erectus or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the ones with the big foreheads.
Yeah, the big foreheads, the ones that look like Joe Rogan. All right, we're back.
Okay.
I don't think anyone knows we left, but
dang, dude, it's like, oh, you know why I did that with the audio is because I thought I cut it, and sent it into the Google Drive.
But you just used
then I used
audio.
that one. Yeah. No, I'm just realizing I did that. Oh well. It's all good.
So Thanksgiving,
turkey time.
We ate turkey. Very interesting.
It was delicious.
Not really. It was all right.
Mine was pretty good.
Turkey's like,
if you do it wrong, like you have to do turkey right. It has to come out juicy and flavorful because it'll get dry.
My stepdad fried it, and that tastes really good.
Yeah, frying
like
is
the
really
crispy
good.
Fucking.
Yeah, that's good.
Crispy.
Like, did he deep fried it? Oh man, that's so dangerous with the turkey. Have you seen the videos of people doing that and it just like spills over? And
yeah, one year we had Blue, our dog, with us.
Yeah,
and she was like getting the zoomies.
Oh yeah,
real close to that thing.
Yeah,
and we were like, "Oh my god,
stop it!
That could go so bad."
Oh yeah.
I'd have to put you down. Like you'd be in the hospital for weeks with burns.
Yeah, you. Oh,
like
man.
I would feel. I'd probably just kill her right then and there because it would hurt so bad.
Yeah,
I would have to just shoot her.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, at that point, there probably wouldn't be anything you could do if she was still alive.
You could, but she'd be screaming in pain.
Well, I mean, like even like the rest of her life, like what is going to happen to her?
She'd probably eventually get better. I mean, I don't know. Do they do skin grafts and all that on dogs?
I'm sure they maybe, but that's a lot of money for a dog.
Of money. But like, I would just feel so bad in that moment of like all the pain she's in.
Yeah,
I feel like I would just be like, I'll kill her because I love her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's one of those things where you should probably keep the dog inside while you're doing that.
Oh, we did for the rest of the day. We're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I think she kind of like went out between your legs, you know?
Yeah.
And she did laps around the pool. And we're like,
dude, Buck, does your dogs do this? Do they ever like do sprints before they poop?
Yeah. Kobe.
Buck gets the zoomies right before he's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. All right, I got to poop.
Kobe cannot just walk out and poop.
That's so funny.
He has to spin. He always spins. Like a bunch of circles. And I saw this like video online saying like, why does your dog spin when it poops? So I clicked on it because I'm like, my dog spins when he poops.
Yeah.
And why does he do that? I'm like, that's such a good thumbnail.
Why does he do that? Let's put it on YouTube.
And then they said something about like magnetic forces. Like they have to point like north and south. And I'm like, but I watched him do it and I'm like, no, he points different directions every time. So that's not true.
Magnetic, what?
Like they can feel the magnets and they want to like face them or something. And I was like, but then after that I was like, really? And then I watched him and I'm like, no, sometimes he's east to west. Sometimes he's like in between.
I mean, I would agree that animals probably naturally know, like have a sense of direction.
They might.
Like, because horses can always find their way home.
That's cats.
I'm sure
horses
cats,
they have bigger brains, but
I'm sure cats can do that too because there's outside cats that always come home. I'm sure dogs could probably find their way if they were smart enough. They have the sense of smell to do it.
Okay, so Kobe.
Yeah.
When we first bought this house, I think it was Halloween. Yeah, it was Halloween.
Yeah.
2020. We went to my mother-in-law's house, and she needed help. She bought this like TV stand.
Yeah.
And we went out to pull it out of the truck and stuff. So the side gate was open and the side door was open.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw Kobe come out, but we didn't really think of anything. Like we thought he would just follow us back in or whatever.
Yeah.
And no one thought of it until like 30 minutes later. We're like, where's Kobe?
Oh, God.
And he doesn't run away. Like I think he saw a cat and chased it.
Yeah.
And then kind of didn't know where he was.
Yeah.
And we started putting up flyers and stuff. And he was gone. Like gone. We literally gave up that night and went home because it was like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And the next day we're just like, man, I hope someone finds him and calls us because you know. And then he didn't have a chip either.
Oh, God.
So if someone found him, we were like checking online and stuff to see if anyone found him, and like the Humane Society, because he's a pretty dog. Someone will adopt him in like 2 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
If we don't find him first.
Yeah, he's a cattle dog.
But so the next day we're like kind of waiting around. I'm like painting the cabinets and just like worried the whole time.
Yeah.
And my mother-in-law calls, and at like noon the next day, she's outside talking to the neighbor about how the dog ran away, and he turns the corner and just runs up to her, and then he just runs straight back into the backyard.
Oh my
and lays
God.
down like in a submissive position, like, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
And then when she finally, Lily went and picked him up, and when he finally got back to my house, I was in the backyard, like cleaning something.
Yeah.
And when he came out, he again laid down in like a submissive position and like peed. Like he felt so bad.
Poor guy.
That he was gone
He's
all
probably
night.
scared.
Yeah, he was probably scared. But we were walking around the neighborhoods looking for him. I don't know where he was. And I don't know how he found his way back.
Jeez. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, some dogs like Buck, when I'm at my cabin, I just let him roam around because he's too scared to be too far from me. Like he's a big baby. So he'll just be in the vicinity, and if he gets out of sight, like I just call his name and he runs right to me because he's not that far. But I still like I always pay attention to like where is he?
Yeah.
You know, if I start getting to that point where I'm like I can't see him, I'll call him and he'll come right back. Usually, till a bear gets him.
It's so funny that both of our boy dogs are big weenies.
Dude, it's honestly it's annoying because Buck puts on that front of like because
barks.
he's so scared of dogs now because he used to get in fights all the time that he starts fights now. It's like stop starting fights and you won't get in fights.
But is he scared of like the wind?
He like freaks out about certain things. Like he's scared of vacuums.
Yeah.
He doesn't like vibration noises. Like if your cell phone's on the table and starts ringing, he'll be like, "Wah!" But he doesn't bark at all. He only barks if he thinks somebody's invading the house. Like if it's me or Michelle or like my roommates, for some reason he knows
That's
when
weird.
we open the door.
Isn't that weird?
But if somebody rings the doorbell or comes through the side gate or knocks on the door, he freaks out.
Yeah. It's weird. Yeah, the same thing with all my dogs. If me or Lily come home, they don't bark.
Mm-hmm.
But then if someone else, like even you know the code,
Yeah.
you put the code in and they bark.
Or you leave the door unlocked and I just open it.
And they bark.
They bark like once for me until
Yeah.
they see me and they're like,
But it's weird because if Lily just walks in, I'm like, do they know that we're both home?
I don't know how they know that.
Or like,
I have no
it's
idea.
weird.
They have
I'm like,
some.
Can you smell? Do you have X-ray vision?
This is why we need to learn how to talk to animals.
Yeah.
We need
I
to
wanna ask
figure
them
this
things.
stuff out. Yeah. I want to talk to a horse. I want to talk to a cat. I want to talk to a dog.
Horses are interesting because I feel like they're probably the smartest.
Horses, I feel like maybe not the smartest, but the wisest. I think they have like immense wisdom somehow.
They just know how the world works.
They
and
just know
they know
the
ancient
world.
technologies.
Yeah,
But they can't. They don't have thumbs, so they
I
can't.
think they were here when the first humans were here and then were wiped out, but horses somehow survived and then our humans came, you know?
Oh, have you been watching that ancient?
I heard
What's it
something
called?
about that. That's why I brought
With
that
Graham
up.
Hancock.
Yeah, the guy
Yeah,
that does
he's-
the ancient alien, or it's not the
It's not ancient aliens. So he's been on Joe Rogan a few times.
but he thinks there's a civilization before us.
Yeah. So like most what's the like anthropologists and archaeologists, they believe that like 12,000 years ago we were just like simple hunter gatherers and we didn't know how to like build things like the pyramids
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So Graham Hancock has a theory that civilization has been like really advanced before. Maybe not the same type of technology we have now, like iPhones and internet, because I feel like
Yeah.
that would have lasted no matter what.
Yeah.
So I feel like the civilization he's talking about got pretty advanced, but not as advanced as us. Because I feel like if something was going to happen now, like a cataclysm, like we would know about it beforehand because we're like watching the sky.
Yeah.
Like scientists are keeping an eye on things. Like we know if something's going to happen. And we'd probably like put a bunch of people in hiding before that. So we wouldn't lose all the technology we have today.
Yeah,
But-
but but what if they weren't humans?
Yeah, it could be that too.
That's what I'm like. Maybe they were just like a superior race that we were like cavemen at the time when they were here.
And they just left.
And they were just like, you know what? These guys, they'll take care of it. They'll get smart eventually or something.
Yeah, it could also be like aliens.
Yeah. Or, well, not aliens if they were here first, you know, or like created here.
You think they're here, and then what happened to them though?
They just left. They
got
for some
so
reason,
advanced that they left, but
Yeah.
they started on Earth.
Yeah.
So it's like Elon Musk's. There was like an Elon Musk back in the day.
Yeah. But then it's like, where did they go?
To a different planet, obviously.
Yeah, but why wouldn't they just go to like Mars? How
Well,
come we haven't seen them on
They
Mars?
probably went to like another Earth-like planet that's habitable already.
Mm-hmm.
Because Elon Musk wants to go to Mars because it's like the closest planet.
Yeah.
But it's like we'd have to terraform it.
Yeah.
We would
have
have
to
to
make our own atmosphere.
You'd have to either make your own atmosphere or build like little bubbles.
Which like apparently you have to nuke the whole place or something like that.
That was
to
like
make
one
an
of their
atmosphere.
theories was like if you nuke it enough, it'll blow enough like carbon in the air that will like start building an atmosphere.
Yeah.
But that would take like a really long time, I think.
Well, to clear the radiation, probably. Yeah.
That too. But like, okay, so imagine if you just gave a planet like Mars an atmosphere. Like, let's say you could just snap your fingers and give it an atmosphere.
Yeah.
But you're not going to go down there and pour water and stuff. Like, how long would that take to develop?
Yeah. Well,
Like,
at that point, it has to create its own ecosystem.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Even if you just gave it an atmosphere, how long would it take for an ecosystem to develop?
You would have to start transporting trees from Earth and like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
plants and
But, like,
planting
for it to just
seeds and
happen?
stuff. Yeah. And that also, like, those are going to need water. So they're going to die right away. So it's
Yeah.
like,
You're
how do you
carrying
get
like
that
2
started?
gallon jugs every
That's-
time.
That's kind of one of those things where I want to watch that movie where Matt Damon's stuck on Mars because he like
Mhm.
they like show a lot of science in that movie. My dad was telling me about it.
That was
He
a
like,
crazy movie.
Yeah, he said it was really good. I've never seen it.
He
so,
like rationed his food out
yeah,
to the point where he got so skinny. Imagine the discipline you would need. Like, I guess it might help that if I don't only eat this small amount of food today, I'm gonna die in 30 days.
yeah. But like, at what point do you just say fuck it?
You're like, I
You
don't
know?
care. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way I'm getting off of this planet
I'm gonna die anyways.
I'm gonna
so I
eat
might as well just
and just jump off
do
a
it.
rock.
yeah,
just walk
jump
outside.
into space. Yeah. Oh man.
Space and like, yeah. But the Graham Hancock thing is like, it's crazy to think about because
It is crazy.
I've been watching the documentary and there's like this place. Oh, man, what's it called? I don't know, but anyway, it's kind of like it's not a pyramid, but it's like stepstones, and it's up on a mountain.
Oh, is it like the Aztec towers?
It's not Aztec. It's completely like one you probably have never seen before.
Okay.
But now it just looks like if you go there now, it looks like a mountain with all these big like square rocks all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
But this like archaeologist from I'm pretty sure it's in Mexico or South America. I think it's Mexico.
Well, that would be.
But it's not. It wasn't the Aztecs.
Oh, okay.
But they like did scans on the ground and stuff,
Uh-huh.
and they kind of found out that like all those rocks, they're kind of out of place now. But before they like made these stepstones, and it made this kind of like almost circular pyramid type thing up, and they did deeper scans, and I forgot how old that one was, but that original one was like 5,000 years old or something,
Okay.
or maybe like 3,000, something like that.
Man, that's crazy.
But then they scanned deeper. There was another pyramid, same shape, inside of it,
Yeah.
deeper. And that one was like 10,000 years old. And then a third one, even older, same shape, deeper underground, that one. And it just got like older and older.
10,000 years?
Yeah, it was like a ridiculously.
That's so crazy to
And-
think that like.
and then archaeologists don't believe that humans could have built that long ago.
Well, yeah, because like the way we see it is like humans weren't even there 10,000 years ago.
No,
Like that's like pretty much the beginning of humans.
they've been here a long time.
I'm pretty
it's
sure
longer
it's
than
10
that.
Well, maybe
Let's
it's.
see how
I
long.
mean, it might be longer than 10,000 now, but I'm pretty sure it's around 10,000 is when like. We started going from apes to cavemen.
Earth now is even-
The what's it called? The gap.
Oh, this is Google News. That's why.
The mystery gap.
How long?
How long will I slide separate myself. I don't.
I don't know. I can't get a quick answer.
I
I need a
don't
Jamie.
believe it. Yeah.
But it's like a while, but they don't. But they think they were like hunter gatherers,
Yeah.
and then a little bit before that, they were like, what do you call them? They're not. They're cavemen basically.
Oh, it's not primal, but
So there was like the two branches of humans. There's like
Yeah.
Homo sapien, which we are, and,
And
then there was
there-
like Homo erectus, or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the ones with the big foreheads.
yeah, the big foreheads, the ones that look like Joe Rogan. He's like, me be successful.
like, what you say?
Me want podcast. Me ask questions.
Me ask questions. You answer questions.
It's funny. He has like the big brow, like
He
the
does.
bone,
Yeah.
but he's like smarter than everyone.
But I don't
He
think,
pretends like he's dumb.
You know what's weird is like you see that nowadays, and usually it's like big dudes that are probably on
It's
HGH
probably
or something.
Because yeah, if you look at old photos of him,
I don't know. I don't know. Like, because wouldn't he be way bigger?
nah,
Really?
no, because you can like, there's HGH that people take alongside like TRT. It's like HRT.
Okay.
So you want to optimize your testosterone levels. You optimize your human growth hormone levels.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't necessarily be jacked because you'll take like 2 IUs or something like that a day, maybe 1 IU.
So
And
it's just like
to like
barely enough.
it's like to keep your tendons healthy and stuff
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't be like. But I think it does grow your nose. It grows
your
your
forehead,
bones
your bone, yeah, your
slowly
bones
over
grow.
time. And if you've been on it for 15 years, you're gonna
Yeah.
look different. But also, men in general, like you do start to look different when you get older.
Mhm.
Naturally, your ears keep growing. I think your ears
Yeah.
grow forever, and your nose grows forever.
Your nose and your ears grow forever. Your brain stops growing when you're 25 or 26 or something.
That's when
like
it
that.
stops. When it's finished developing the frontal cortex, your
Yeah.
logic center.
Yeah.
I don't know if it necessarily grows, but I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know either.
That's something my grandpa told me a long time ago, and I've just been
When you're
telling people.
25, you're gonna have a big brain.
I never questioned my grandpa because if you question that man, he was a Vietnam vet. He would mess you
You're like, I
up.
don't think that's how it works. That's exactly how it works, son.
It's either how that works or that's how you're going to die. It's like, oh,
I'm gonna whoop your
okay.
ass. That's your two
All right,
options.
yeah.
That's how it works, or I'm gonna whoop your ass.
My grandpa, man, he cared about us, but he was mean, dude. Like,
Really?
I remember one time I was like 5.
Is he white or Mexican?
He was white. He was
Wow.
like German white or Irish white, you know?
Nikolai,
no,
in the bathroom.
no, he was probably the most American man you could think of, but
Nikolai, in the bedroom.
he had a really deep, raspy voice. But yeah, one time when I was like 5 years old, I was trying to open a M&M's bag, and for whatever reason, he wanted me to open it myself. So I ripped it open. They all spill everywhere, and he starts yelling at me. He's like, "My dogs are gonna die because of you." And I was like, "Whoa!" I was like screaming, crying, and my grandma's like, "Why would you say that to him?"
That's such a crazy thing.
Yeah,
It's like PTSD.
holy
He's like, "Was that a bomb?"
God. I know, but then he would be really nice sometimes. So he's just like,
You know what's funny is M&Ms don't have enough cocoa. Like they'd have to eat
Oh,
a
really?
lot of M&Ms.
well, there was a lot of M&Ms on the floor.
I mean like a big tub of them.
Yeah,
Like I think if you
probably.
gave a dog like a regular bag of M&Ms, they'd be
Mhm.
fine.
I think it's more of the sugar he was worried about because that makes him throw up and stuff.
Yeah.
Sugar doesn't sit well with dogs.
Yeah, but that's not too bad. But in cocoa, it has some kind of stimulant that like
Yeah.
works too good on dogs.
Yeah,
And it
that-
makes their heart like explode.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I've heard too.
Allegedly.
It's
I
crazy.
feel like everything
man.
we talk about on this podcast are things we've heard, but I've never went to go read about. I have read
Yeah.
about the chocolate thing.
That's most humans, though. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
You're like, yeah, that's the fact that I
Yeah,
know.
I've also heard that somewhere. So that's got to be right.
If we both heard it.
If we both heard this, it's definitely a fact.
Yeah.
Definitely 100%. Don't need to look
Did
it
you
up.
hear it from Tony? Yeah, I heard it from Tony too.
Yeah, Tony Two Toes.
Straight from the source.
Yeah. Tony Two Toes knows everything. So
Yeah. He's read books.
he's read. He's a smart cookie. Smart cookie. That
I ain't
guy.
read a book. Have you read a book?
Psh, what's a book?
Yeah, Tony reads them though.
Yeah, I've colored in books. Okay, we're
Hello?
back.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, you can just cut that little section out. I don't know why I did that.
I guess we're gonna have to.
Why?
Well, you know
Technical
what?
difficulties.
Gosh,
I'm thinking about getting a mixer. So hopefully the audio quality. I was listening to the podcast on Spotify, and if
Yeah.
you're listening on Spotify, it actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
YouTube jankies things up. Actually, YouTube is not that bad either. But when I created a short on YouTube,
Yeah, the shorts
became
is
terrible.
weird. I think it's because I think it's because of what we talked about. You
If
need
I-
to download this thing.
if I use the actual file and upload it as a short, it's fine. But when I use the YouTube video itself and
Yeah.
click make a short,
Yeah,
it's like, oh, also you're blurry.
turns into a flip phone
Yeah.
recording.
I'm
It's
like,
like,
what is
bro,
1990?
what did I just post a new picture on MySpace?
Dude, I want to find my old MySpace because I
It's not
posted.
you're not gonna be able to find
I
it.
know, but so I don't have any photos of when I was like 14 when I first started working out, and I was
Yeah.
like shredded. But I want to find old photos to like show kind of like how good my genetics are.
Yeah,
Because people always think I'm on like all the roids.
yeah.
They see a picture of me on Instagram, they're like, "Oh yeah, trend," and I'm like, "No."
Trend Central. The
I'm
train station
I'm
has
like,
left the trend.
I just don't eat like a bunch of fat.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it's like 90% of it is discipline.
Mm-hmm.
That is like the biggest part of the gym. If you want to get big muscles, you have to diet right and work out all the fucking time.
It's so much.
If you
discipline.
don't do that, it doesn't matter how much steroids you're going to take.
Yeah.
It's not going to do anything.
I've seen people take steroids
yeah.
that were fat. They just continued to be fat.
Yeah.
They didn't
Most
look
powerlifters
any
are fat.
different. Yeah, powerlifters, but they have a different goal.
Yeah, they're just they're
know?
doing it to be strong.
Yeah, they literally do it to compete and be the strongest at bench, deadlift, squat.
Yeah.
But like people
But you don't have to have a beer belly
that
to do that.
you don't have to. I think it does help like some of the leverage. I think it can help
Maybe
a
with
bit.
the belt.
Like mass moves mass. But also I would think being shredded like Larry Wheels,
Yeah.
because he takes powerlifting, but he's also shredded.
Uh-huh.
I would think that would help more because if you're doing a deadlift, you have like all this excess fat. So that's like a few,
Yeah.
like, 30 pounds
yeah,
or whatever.
You're lifting that too.
Yeah. But if that was gone and you had the exact same amount of muscle,
Yeah.
then I would think you could deadlift like 30 more pounds.
That's why like husky guys that aren't fat but they're not like shredded,
Yeah.
like the Mountain
Mm-hmm.
when he was powerlifting.
When he was big?
Yeah, I mean he's shredded now,
Now he's shredded.
but dude, he looks crazy
Now he's a little fuck
good.
boy.
But when but when he was like powerlifting, he was just a husky dude, you
Dude.
know? And I think that's perfect.
You know what is
powerlifting.
insane?
What's that?
That dude standing next to his wife.
Yeah, she's like as high as his knee.
Dude, how do they
Oh man.
bing bang boom?
She
like
must have a coochie like a champ, dude.
unless he has a regular size wiener, which I don't think is the case.
You know, it could be.
It could be.
It could be.
But it's like if everything else on you is enormous.
That would, you know what? Maybe his muscles are so big they get in the way, so his wiener
kinda
kind of just
can't
like
go in all
half
the way.
size. Yeah, he goes in halfway.
Kind of like how the fat guys have the fupa
Yeah,
that like covers their wiener.
yeah,
That's the thing that sucks so bad is when people get so fat, they have that under fat
yeah.
and that cover. Like if you're a man,
Mm-hmm.
that makes your wiener smaller.
Oh yeah,
That enough would get me on a diet immediately.
yeah, dude. Or if your beer belly's so big that you can't even see your wiener anymore.
The belly thing is like, that sucks. But when you get that belly under the belly
Yeah.
that covers your wiener,
Mm-hmm.
that's the worst.
Well, the belly probably gets in the way too if it like gets big enough and starts drooping down. You know,
But you can kind of lift that up and kind of shove it
yeah,
in
but that's
there.
something you gotta lift up the whole time.
You
now.
gotta hold that like you're holding the.
What do you get, like a bra for your stomach?
Yeah.
You're just like, all right, I got my
Time
bra.
to get it on, baby. Get my
Got-
strap on.
Got my Spanx on.
My strap on. You know that thing? You know that like nylon, like thick, what do you call like a cord, but it's like flat and you put it under furniture to lift it?
Oh yeah,
Like a leverage belt thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
use
think it is
that.
called it's like a mover belt or
Yeah.
something.
You put that on your stomach.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rail you tonight, baby.
You just like attach it to your ceiling.
But dude, his wiener's got to be like as tall as this microphone. So
Oh, yeah.
basically,
his wiener is my forearm.
yeah,
That's
it's
it.
got to be. And his wife is tiny.
Bam, 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 bam.
Like I think his wife is literally like I would kind of look tall next to her. Like I think she's
gotta be
actually
like
like
5'5".
5'2" or
Yeah.
what's
yeah,
his
maybe
actual name?
5'2".
Thor Bjornsson.
Yeah, it's
It's half Thor.
Bjorne.
Julius Bjornsson.
Bjorn.
Dude, why don't you stay there? Half
Thor.
Thor.
Huh.
Stay.
I'm not full Thor. I'm
Oh, it's
half
'cause it's
Thor.
names. Half Thor, not full Thor.
Yes.
Half Thor. That's not his freaking name. It's not half.
That's
Thor.
not my name. That's not my name. They call me quiet, yeah, but I'm alright, yeah. That's not my name. As a callback for anybody that watches this that
Bjornsson,
went to high school. The same
wife
time we did.
height. She's 5'2". And he's like 6'8" or 6'9".
His wiener's like probably the same size as her.
It's gotta be. For sure.
Oh man.
He's like, I'm sorry, baby, but I'm horny tonight.
Maybe he went to like one of those shows where there's a horse
Do they have
banging
kids?
a woman.
Because imagine
Yeah,
how,
they have kids.
because like I
I
feel
think.
like the minimum size of his child was like 12 pounds 8 ounces.
That's kind of how. What's it? Is it Brian Shaw?
Yeah, Brian Shaw's too.
That's kind of
he's
how
big
he
too.
is. His wife's small.
Yeah, but I don't think she's as small as her.
She's not. She's like a little bit more broad.
Yeah.
And that I feel like that's the kind of women they need. It's a little bit more
broad in the head, real broad.
Yeah. Big hips.
Yeah.
You're gonna need big hips.
Yeah. Especially to give birth to them
Because
children.
he has 2 kids.
Because his kid was probably born about the same size as me. Currently.
Dude,
He's like goo goo gaga.
that's so funny.
Like-
Aaron's kid.
She's 5'2", holding her baby,
Yeah.
and it's like me. You know?
With stubble.
Yeah.
on her face.
Like a mustache,
You're just like sucking on a freaking.
a dumbbell.
She's like, where the hell did you get
Mama.
that?
I
Mama,
was born with it
I want TRT.
immediately in my nutsack.
Protein. Protein.
Could you put some whey in your titties? I can't just drink regular milk.
You're just like, titty milk. Protein. Titty milk.
Dry scooping.
Try scooping. I don't have time for shakers.
Can I deadlift now?
I'm deadlifting. You don't even know how to walk yet. Yes, I do.
But it's funny because she's 5'2", he's 6'8", so their kid's probably gonna be like normal sized when it grows up.
No, usually when it comes to those couples, it's either they're gonna get the dad's genetics or the mom's. Yeah,
They're either gonna be really tall or regular.
yeah. Because my buddy, he has his dad is super tall
Mhm.
and his mom's super short, and he was like just as tall as his mom.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like
My mom was 5'7".
probably.
I think she was
yeah.
5'7", and then she said my dad was like 5'8" or 5'9",
Mhm.
which my little brother's dad is also like 5'8".
Yeah,
So I'm curious to see like if my brother's gonna be the same height as me or taller or shorter.
yeah. That's funny. You're taller than both of them.
Yeah, I was taller
That's,
than both of them.
that's cool.
Luckily.
I was an in between because my dad
yeah,
is
your dad's pretty
6'2", and I'm 6
All right,
foot.
Nicholas, if you eat your Wheaties,
You're gonna grow as tall as me. Don't drink coffee as a kid. Stunts your growth.
we're going to the gym with Brendon. That stunts your growth, allegedly.
I don't know where that came from.
I don't know. Like they say it closes like your growth plates. Like, okay, taking steroids does.
Yeah,
Well, actually,
I could see that.
it does. Well, estrogen is what closes your growth plates. That's why
Mhm.
girls,
They're shorter.
They grow quicker. So like when you're in middle school, some of the girls are taller than some of the boys,
Mhm.
but then they stop growing sooner.
yeah,
But boys, they grow longer because they don't have high
Yeah.
estrogen levels.
you usually grow until you're like 16 or 17.
So if you were to take like an estrogen inhibitor
Mm-hmm.
and growth hormone and steroids, then you'd probably be tall.
And you would have some serious medical problems.
Maybe. I was watching what was I watching? It was More Plates, More Dates.
Yeah.
One of the videos he was talking about was something that kids could take, but like during puberty, before their growth plates closed, that would make them
Yeah.
taller. And I think it was like some sort of estrogen inhibitor.
Yeah.
Inhibitor. I can't remember exactly what it was, but yeah, I was like, I wish I knew about that when I was a kid and had
Yeah.
access to a prescription pad.
And also had all the money to do that.
Yeah.
Because that's probably super expensive.
Wish my mom was a doctor.
Hey, mom, you know how to give shots, right?
You want to do some scientific tests?
For scientific purposes, specifically.
I wish I had like a time machine, a prescription pad,
yeah,
and money.
a
Well,
prescription pad.
enough money to fill a prescription.
Dude, I remember like, I think I did it in high school. As I snuck one of the notes from the notepads from the nurse that you
Really?
could just fill out. Yeah.
Oh,
You know that
from the
little
school
blue
nurse?
pad that he had?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just like, this is what's going on. I took it freshman year, but I could be mistaken.
dude, our school nurse was useless.
I hated that
I
guy.
broke my finger.
He was annoying, man.
And then I come in the office, he's like, lay down. I'll call your mom. And I
like,
literally,
and he's like, here's a cracker.
yeah. He's like, oh, broken finger, cracker? That's all school nurses know.
That's all he ever did. You want a
Crackers?
cracker?
That's what
Why do
all
you
school
give
nurses
me a
do that.
freaking cracker?
I don't know why they do that.
In high school, that's the only school nurse I ever had.
Yeah. In elementary school, I would fake stomach aches all the time so I
Yeah.
could go home
Mhm.
because my life sucked. I don't know why. I had so much anxiety. Like I did not want to be at school.
Oh God, same.
But I would go to the nurse like every third day.
Yeah.
Like, my tummy hurts.
And
And it's like, here's some saltines. And I'm like, yeah, but how about call my mom so I can leave? And I didn't understand that my mom was like working and couldn't like leave work
yeah.
and lose money so
Yeah.
that I could fake go home
Yeah. She needs to work to make money to buy the stuff for you.
because her boyfriend wasn't working. That's for sure.
Oh,
Loser. Peter, if you're out there. Loser.
loser. It'd be funny if he ever reached out to us.
I'd be like, oh,
Oh, what's your address?
I'll put on the internet.
Where are you at right now?
I'd be like, let's send this out to all the people that hate women beaters.
I'm gonna give this picture to Hell's Angels,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be like, hey, this guy beats women.
Dude, he was such a dork. Like, he always had friends that were like cool and tough and like all this stuff. He went to jail for 1 year. I don't remember what he was even for. It was like a drug charge, probably. But it was, and he would tell us stories about jail all the time. Like, it was the coolest thing in the world. And he's like, I went to jail, not prison, because I got 364 days. But if you get a year, you go to prison. But if you get anything under a year, you go to jail. And he's like, so I was in jail. It was harder. It was Maricopa County. It was like the hardest year ever. And I wasn't no snitch. And blah, blah, blah.
God.
But anyway, he had like all these friends. He had this friend named Joe that was like the strongest man alive. And he could also, when he was driving his car like 20 miles an hour one day and Joe forgot to give him something, Joe was just jogging next to his car. And he was like, hey, I got to give you this thing I forgot to give you. Like, no problem. Jogging 20 miles an hour.
Jogging 20 miles an hour. Okay. Yeah.
For sure. Usain Bolt sprints like 23,
I think it's 27.
something like that.
Yeah, I think 27 is the fastest time anyone's ever ran.
I don't think you're jogging 20.
No one's jogging 20.
And
Are
also
you
he
kidding
could
me?
like
That's
lift
me in a full
cars.
sprint.
Yeah. He could lift cars.
Oh,
I don't know what kind. Maybe like a moped.
stupid. Dude, Mark yesterday, he was like, do you think you could beat me in a race? And I was like,
For sure.
yes, Mark. I was like, yes. He's like, I don't think you could. I was like,
You want to put $1,000 on that?
I don't want to do this. Like, this is gonna hurt your feelings, you know. I was like, when it comes to bench press, no. But when it comes to sprints, dude, I'm still in shape.
I feel like we're getting to the age because you don't run ever.
I don't.
And I don't run ever. And sometimes, because I was really fast when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, I haven't sprinted in so long. I feel like I would be fast, but I'm afraid I would like hurt something.
Oh yeah, I'd pull something for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why, like, at first I was like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm gonna go all out, beat Mark, and I'm gonna hurt myself doing it.
Yeah. I'd be like, give me 2 weeks to like train.
Yeah,
Get my muscles
let me
used
go-
to doing that.
Yeah, let me go warm up my legs.
I would
and
do
then
like
I'll
a
smoke
half
you.
speed, 100 meters,
Yeah.
kind of walk it back.
It's funny because he asked me that, and Kyle looked at me. He's like, you know, like, I don't know.
Yesterday at the gym, Nick's cousin came up to me, and I've never met him before. And he's like, are you on Los Amigos Gringos podcast? And I was like, yeah, do you watch it? Because like no one's ever said that. Actually, one guy did one time, and he wasn't Nick's cousin. But
Really?
yeah,
Oh, I didn't know.
I told you about that. while
I
ago.
don't
This
remember.
guy at the gym. Anyway, but I was like, yeah, he seemed all excited. Like he was faking me out.
Hmm.
And I was like, yeah, do you watch it? He's like, I'm Nick's cousin. I was like, all right, great.
You're like, ah, dang it.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Guess I'm not that cool.
Like, holy cow, we did make it.
But people do come up to me at the gym for Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is this guy asked me to spot him on bench like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And he had a camera. He was recording himself. He was like, is it okay if I record? And I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
I don't care. And then he did. But then he came up to me yesterday, a couple weeks later, and he was like, I got a bunch of comments saying, oh, you know that TikTok guy?
Yeah.
On his Instagram. I was like, I didn't think I was like recognizable like that.
Weird.
Like that's crazy.
Man. Yeah, you're probably, I mean, like, you've been doing it for almost 2 years now, right?
It's been a year.
It's been more than a year.
Well, I've been posted, but I had less than 1,000 followers a year ago.
Yeah. But still, I mean, like, you've been climbing and building your own fan base. So it's like,
but it's just weird.
It's
so weird when people go.
I bet a lot of them are from Arizona.
I'm sure because I think it sends it mostly to people in your area.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. But when I was in Florida on vacation, someone in the elevator at our Airbnb was like, are you that guy from?
Yeah. I've had multiple people ask if they could work out with us.
Really?
Yeah. And it's only been like 2 or 3 people, but every time I'm like, I don't know you, dude.
Yeah,
like,
it's kind of strange.
Like,
even that guy, he said that people were like, what gym do you go to? And he was like, I'm not going to tell you.
Well, the ones that asked me were like, oh, I go to your gym. I'm like, this is weird, man. I don't like that.
That's the type of thing where I'm like, I feel like not normal people would ask that, you know?
Yeah.
Because I would like people. Like I see Chris Bumstead or like, I'm not like I'm like him at all, but like, you know, I see people that I think are cool, but I never am like, can I like actually meet you and can we do something together?
Yeah, we're friends in my brain.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, he's got his own life. Like, I'm not gonna go to Chris Bumstead and be like, oh, you're doing shoulders today? Let's do it, dude.
Dude, no problem. I'll work out with you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if he came up to me and was like, hey, you want to do shoulders with me? I would be like, absolutely. I would drop everything. But I'm not gonna go out of my way to ask him.
I'd be like, I was taking my law school exam, but
yeah,
we could do shoulders.
It's taking my law school. I was actually in the middle of getting married, but let's go.
But this is way more important.
Way more important. I can say I do later, okay?
I did shoulders and C-bomb.
I'm gonna look really good for my wedding.
What if you did one workout with him and you used the dumbbells after he did, and you got like 20% more gains that week?
I would think that he's probably using that rub-on steroid.
The rub-on testosterone.
Yeah.
Instead of chalk, he uses that.
He's just like,
Instead of liquid chalk. He's like,
woo. He's like, wow, my dick's hard and let's go.
You just go, he has like a little...
That's his tripod for his phone.
Like that's his under chin area.
He's got his phone on his cock. He's like, yeah.
He just moves it how he wants. He's like,
it's the best angle.
Like, hold on. Right there.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, C-Boom. He got married, so it's over. I can't get married to him.
Dang it.
Not that I wanted to, but
yeah, not like I mean, unless he wanted to.
I wonder if people think I grew out the mustache to copy him.
No, well, I mean, I'm sure people might think that, but
because I did. I was kidding. No, I didn't.
The facial hair journey is quite a journey,
Isn't it?
It's weird.
You got to figure it out.
You have to figure it out. You have to figure out what works for you.
Some people are no facial hair.
Some people
A
are
lot of
beard
people
guys.
are
Some
none.
people are mustache guys.
I would say you're more of a beard.
I'm a beard guy. I try the mustache, not my thing.
Yeah, it's just a little. It's not as thick.
Yeah, I don't have a thick
Because yours doesn't grow
mustache.
like all the way up here.
Yeah, which is weird because I'm starting to get hairs on the top now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe in like 5 years I'll
Yeah.
try it again. But
It's weird. And then when you first start getting facial hair, it comes in like a little bit on your chin.
yeah,
And then
dude, I
like,
used to not have a mustache at all. It was
Yeah.
just beard.
Mhm.
I'm like,
yeah, it's weird. And then by the like I could grow a goatee. Like I could grow like 12 chin hairs in 6th grade, black ones.
I think, oh man,
And then
I think
throughout
I was
middle
in seventh
school,
grade when I started getting chin hairs.
then middle school, probably by freshman year, I could for sure grow like a goatee. Like it looked dumb, but I could grow
Yeah,
it,
it would be like
and it was a goatee.
the Mexican goatee.
Yeah, like the fake, like it's too thin. You know, like
But
definitely
it's
shave
black
that.
hair, so it
Yeah.
kind of seems like it's
They're like,
that.
did you glue pubes on your face? No.
No.
And then, but like full beard didn't come in until like 22 or something like that. Maybe 21.
I don't know when full beard came in for me because I was shaving all the
think I was
time because I was
20.
in the Marines.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how much. I just shaved my whole face all the time because they made us shave our entire face.
Yeah.
No matter if you had facial hair or not. Like there was dudes that could grow 3 hairs on their chin. They're like, shave your whole face. Okay. And you would literally put shaving cream all over your face and shave the whole thing off. You
I'd be like,
know?
that's just going to cause irritation for no reason, sir.
Yeah, but I mean, I got out of the Marine Corps and then tried to grow my beard, and I had almost a full beard. So I was like, okay. My
I agree.
mustache was lacking.
And now at 28, it's so thick that I have to shave like, basically, I should shave like every day,
Dude.
but like it'll cause too much irritation. So I have to wait till
Yeah.
every other day.
Dude, I'm starting to get hairs like up here now on my
hate those.
cheekbones.
Mine, if I grew everything out, I would have my eyebrows would connect to like my head,
Oh yeah.
and then my
Dude,
cheeks.
my hair starting to connect here.
My neck connects to my chest
Oh god, it's crazy.
and my back and my legs.
Dude, Middle Eastern guys have it the worst. Oh my gosh.
If
Have
I
you
grew out all
seen
my
that?
hair, I would look like them.
You see that dude that had a fade on his neck hair?
No.
Like he had a beard connected to his hair, and they put a fade on the sides of his neck.
That's funny.
And it was like, dude, shave
That
that.
looks weird. I just shaved it.
Why? What are you doing?
Yeah, it's weird when people don't know how to grow their beard either.
Yeah.
Like they'll shave all the chin
under
the chin. Like,
Yeah.
no, you leave
Yeah.
that. You shave like where this
yeah.
crease is.
Yeah, you got to get the crease. Oh, you're talking about when they do like
Yeah.
right here,
When they
like
get
the
rid of
jawline.
Yeah, they get rid of
I
under the jawline.
hate that, dude. That bugs the
Yeah.
fuck out of
You're
me.
like, that looks so dumb.
Like every time, if it's one of my friends and they do that, I'm like, hey, don't do that next time.
Don't do that.
I'm like,
Or don't talk to me.
I'm saying this because I'm your friend.
Go fix that.
Don't
And
do
don't
that.
FaceTime me until you do.
Yeah. If you can turn that into a mustache and you can rock a mustache, do that. But don't do whatever the heck that is because that's not cool.
Or like, I hate the thin chin beard.
Oh,
Just a line.
the stringer.
Yeah.
I like to call it.
I hate that.
Yeah. What are they called? Pencil beards, I think.
But what's pretty cool is like the handlebar mustache. If you're a bald older man with like white mustache.
Yeah, you definitely have to have like at least a little bit of salt in the
Yeah.
pepper.
And
You know?
tattoos.
Yeah, tattoos are a must.
Bald, own a Harley.
Yeah. And unless I will say my Uncle Kurt had a Fu Manchu and it was thick, but he had a mullet.
Mm.
And it was all black hair because that's his color.
But
His
his beard was black too. I mean, it's
he didn't have
mustache?
Yeah, it was all black. But I mean, like,
But that sounds more like a character than like
dude,
actually a
he
cool
looked
look.
cool as shit.
How
I'm
old
not
are
even
you?
gonna lie. I wasn't even alive at that point.
Oh,
Yeah, he's like
It's
in
like a
his
picture?
60s, I think now. But yeah, he used to have a big old Fu Manchu. He's like in our family, we call him Mr. Perfect because he was always like the guy
Like
that can
good-looking?
nail everything and good looking, got all the ladies.
was your brother, your dad's brother?
This is my mom's brother. This is my mom's
Uh,
oldest brother.
Mm.
Yeah, she's only got 2 brothers, Kurt and Wayne.
Dude, it's so weird. So when I was in second grade, we had this girl in our class, and I thought it was so weird because her dad was like 70,
Mm-hmm.
and she had siblings that were like 30,
Yeah,
and I thought it was so weird. But now I'm almost 30,
yeah,
and my little brother's in first grade,
yeah.
and I'm like,
See,
dang, I'm the older siblings.
It would make more sense if there was like siblings in between, though.
There wasn't.
You know what I
But
mean?
that's the same with us. Nothing in between.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm saying like my mom is the youngest out of 6 kids,
Yeah.
and my uncle Kurt is in his late 60s now. My mom's in her mid 50s.
Yeah, that's just like a regular
So
succession
that's
of kids.
that's a pretty normal.
But mine is like,
Yeah, yours is you're
Had
28.
we're done having kids,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm like, let's have one more kid and start over.
How old's your sister?
She's like a
26?
year and a half younger than me.
27?
Yeah, 26, I think.
Okay.
Maybe 25.
Dude, my sister's gonna be 20 next month. It's weird.
That's crazy.
I was like talking to all my like younger cousins yesterday. I was like, how old are all you guys? They're like, I'm 20, I'm 20, I'm 20. And I forgot that I have like 6 cousins that were all born in the same year.
That's crazy.
And my sister's one of them. And they're all, oh, I'm 20, 20. I'm like, you guys were fucking kids 5 seconds ago. What the hell happened? It's so weird.
My youngest cousin, Ashlyn, is 19 now. She's in college. And we're like at Thanksgiving yesterday. And she talked about how she saw the thumbnail for our Andrew Tate reaction video.
Yeah.
And then that brought up like a whole thing. Everyone started debating about Andrew Tate. But it was just so weird to see my little baby cousin like debating and actually doing good at it. And I was like, damn, she's smarter than me.
Oh,
what is this?
Have you seen that? I posted it on Instagram. It was like the Republican uncle going to Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And he's like, so I heard Trump's running again. And then it cuts to that Michael Bublé song. He's like, and I'm feeling good.
Boom.
And then all the hipster kids are like, and he's just like sipping his whiskey. He's like, yeah.
It's funny. She's in college, but she's not like super liberal, like crazy weirdo.
Yeah.
She's like kind of middle.
I don't think that's
she's
a
middle.
lot of them. I think
that's what you see on TikTok though. Is like always these like weird Karen kids.
I think that's why there's more of them now.
Yeah.
I don't think that's everybody. I honestly think most people are just normal
They're just the
day-to-day
loudest.
people. Yeah. That's what it is. They're just loud people.
Squeaky wheel gets the views.
Yeah, exactly.
You need some WD-40, kids.
Everybody looks at the car with the squeaky
We should just
brakes.
go spray them with WD-40. You're squeaking a little too much here, kid.
Squeaking. Or just start like duct taping their mouths or something. I don't know.
Yeah, something.
Something.
Throw them off a cliff. I don't know.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Hey, everybody get in this van. I'm going to go push it off a cliff.
You're entitled to your views, unless you're a moron.
Yeah. And I'm entitled to pushing you off a cliff.
Yeah.
So there you go. And you know what? Hopefully you survive. But if you don't, that's cool.
All right, guys, we are way over on time. And,
because the other section.
Yeah.
Did the time restart?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I thought I was like, holy crap, we've been going for a long time.
Like, I'm be editing for 3 days.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment if you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcast. Leave like a 5-star rating. I think you can do that somehow. I don't know how.
Yeah. Do that.
But it's a thing, I think.
It's definitely a thing.
So if you could do that, it'd be great so we can get out to more people. And I don't know what we talked about today, but we hope you had a great Thanksgiving and we hope you have a wonderful Christmas.
Yes.
And hopefully we'll get a podcast out before then.
And please check out the reaction channel. It's very good.
In the description, reaction channel, Amigos React, hilarious.
Yep.
Hit
we're kind of
subscribe.
still finding our niche a little bit, but we're getting there.
No, I found it.
Oh.
Train, baby.
Oh, holy! I'm not gonna do mine.
I'm
gonna put these little
C-H-E.
squirt guns away.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. And we'll see you in the next one.
Hasta luego, amigos.